If you know what was really in your makeup, you might never touch it again. Your makeup is slowly poisoning you. 88,000 cosmetics and personal care products, including those of giants you bought from before, was revealed last month by an investigation to contain cancerous and hormone disruptors that have no place on your skin. That's just the tip of the iceberg. From lawsuits over severe health reactions of many victims to shocking discoveries about what really goes into those products to force people to work 19 hours a day for only $2. The beauty industry has been hiding some dark secrets on you, all of which you're gonna know by watching this video. If lipstick smudged every time a company lied about being paraben-free, would all be walking around looking like clowns by now. Wait, the beauty industry is a multi-billion-dollar sector with significant influence. There have been many attempts to research various products around the world, but none of these attempts came out alive. They either got shut down or suppressed after findings. Why try to cover them if there is nothing more happening? Only those funded by the industry get the media spotlight. Can you imagine? This is called asbestos. It's a mineral used in building materials, like roofing shingles, floor tiles, and some cement products. If you try to smell it or rub it to your face, it would give you cancer. Over 15 studies were done to find this. Lung, ovarian, and breast cancers were found in women after using it for some time. They were found in women more than men. This ingredient was revealed to the public a few weeks ago as one of the main used elements of face powder and baby powder products. In fact, it can be made without it, as it helps the product absorb oil. Yup, baby powder. The same one we've all used as kids and probably still use it. I mean, for our kids and your kids. I'm still single. Remember the 15 studies done on this? 10 of those claimed they found no significant link of asbestos talc to cancer. Surprisingly, all of them were funded by giant makeup companies few months after this started. Can you imagine? Millions of dollars spent to cover up large beauty products, one of which is Johnson & Johnson. A huge number of lawsuits was filed against this company the last few years, which caused them to stop producing it in August 2023. And they weren't gonna stop if it wasn't for these lawsuits they had to deal with. You could say things went out of control. They couldn't control it neither with new funded researches nor by shutting down the rest of what came out. And craziest part of it all is they knew it was cancerous in 1975. Still, they continued to produce it anyway. Almost 15 years ago. They knew it could be cancerous back when we were using it as kids and sold it anyway. Face powder isn't the only one. Blushes, eyeshadows, concealers, foundations, body loose and pressed powders. Don't tell me you don't know someone who uses these products or used them already as a woman. I know their names as I was doing the research. Swear God, I'm straight. What's crazy is talc isn't the only cancerous ingredient these products contain. Lead, fragrance, parabens, phthalates. There is something even crazier coming. Scientists were shocked with what they found, and I'm sure you'd be more shocked hearing this. They made a study at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. I don't know where's the P. Designer robbed them. Studies have shown phthalates links strongly to reproductive toxicity, meaning it causes general issues in baby. And as they processed the results, we found out nearly 100% of women from ages 20 to 14 years old have it in their bodies, more than men and women above that age combined. This is the gestation period for these women, which means the risk of having a baby with an abnormal genitalia is very high. The study decided that everyday products these women use are the main reason for that. Personal care or cosmetic products and food products. But all of what you've just heard isn't the craziest part. The next thing is mind-blowing. When Jane Holly Hain and Charlotte Brody saw the results, they knew something wasn't right. So they collected 72 samples of different cosmetic products and sent it to a lab for testing to confirm phthalates' existence. They were shocked that 75% of those products did have the mineral. What's even more shocking is that none of these products were labeled with phthalates as an ingredient at all. So even if you read the components, you won't be able to know. Once again, industry groups have reportedly pressured journals to avoid publishing these studies and even lobbied to undermine their credibility. When this came out, people in UK and Switzerland did the same thing, and they found that 79% contained phthalates just like the US. Now, unlike the US, Europe banned any type of cosmetic products that contain phthalates in them. Cosmetic companies were very upset hearing this. They tried to fund campaigns against this, but it didn't work and the ban has been approved. What they did is they produced two versions, one for the US and another one for Europe. The European version was phthalates free, unlike the US. Why wasn't it removed in both? The answer to that is that the US didn't do anything and the companies were earning. Using phthalates is cheaper in production, unlike other safe alternatives. The reason that is because companies claim the percentages we use are unharmful, but new research coming out continued to confirm how harmful these elements are, even if used in small percentages. Now, even if we suppose that's true, when they're combined in each piece, it's 10 to 15% of the entire piece. Also, people get exposed to big portions with all the different products we mentioned. They don't just use lipstick. They use eyeshadow, eyeliner, moisturizer, etc. Still straight though. In addition, we don't know how many times someone would use one of these products. Maybe not just once or twice a day. Women on average use 12 different makeup products every single day. These are just makeup products, not skincare products too, containing substances that only medicines have, so should be treated exactly like them. But who's keeping an eye on this? Nobody. The FDA is the one who's supposed to do, and it didn't do anything about it. Instead, they left the job to the CIR panel to take care of. CIR was made by these cosmetic companies themselves. The panel allowed these companies not to add all ingredients they use in their products to avoid superior stealing them. But this way people won't know what they're putting on their faces. Next thing is truly shocking. This doesn't end here. But before I tell you what it is, I want you to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100k. Please, man. Miss Shanna Swan from Rochester University. Dude, wrong picture. You know what can't afford any lawyers. Are you saying I'm an animal? She measured these substances in the body of pregnant women and the condition of their children after they were born. She found a significant correlation between phthalates' existence in the body and birth defects in children. This is just what we discovered of the elements. There might be many other ones of this type that we don't know anything about. This is where campaign for safe cosmetics was given birth. An organization specialists gathered at to guarantee cosmetic products don't contain these elements and do extensive research on the site to see if they contain any other chemicals we know nothing about. Over the years, 500 different companies joined them, which gave them more power to pressure even more companies to remove all these chemicals from their products. Companies started getting sneaky. They went back to adding them under different names like fragrance. No one would expect a perfume to contain this substance, used even for odorless substances to cover up the smell of other chemicals, all of which are confirmed to cause different types of cancer, mostly for women more than they do for men. I mean, have you ever seen a man with breast cancer before? It's rare, right? They knew that, yet they continued to do that. They continued to add them to products made mostly from women. 30 million cancer cases were registered in 2022, and millions of those die every year because of these products and other products of other industries that contain the same chemicals. The rate is increasing like crazy, and it's expected to increase by 77% in 10 to 20 years. Indeed, there is no proof it's this product. But think about it. 100% of women between 20 to 40 have phthalates in their bodies. The number is way less for women above that. The production rate of these minerals in different products is increasing. The cancer rate on the other end is increasing, and it didn't start increasing until companies started using these chemicals last century. We also know most of these products use confirmed cancerous substances as ingredients in them. We didn't even count affected babies rate in this. This isn't even the worst part. It's where they get them from. Imagine people working 90 hours a day. I mean, when do you sleep, eat, and kids working because they have no hour limits. Lots of skeletons of these kids are found in mines, out of which some of these substances these companies use come from. Most of these conditions exist in locations where there is poor labor regulations, and instead of cutting down these crimes in such areas by looking for alternatives, companies still use components from these regions for profits, and they're processing them in countries where the final product can be legally sold in the market, like the US. Not only beauty companies, but companies like Timo and Shein. Future videos coming on this, so don't worry. I'm telling you to subscribe. Trust me, you don't want to miss on this video. There is something called proof of ethical sourcing, which some giant companies don't demand from their suppliers as long as they're doing business with them is profitable. If more companies insisted, suppliers will be forced to change their methods to meet these demands. Do they do that? The answer is no. Things won't change because even tech companies are involved. Click here to watch how they're involved, and here to see how they're making you addicted to shut up.